Today I'll be presenting you 3 blades-free swords that will totally change up your playstyle in The Witcher 3. Stay tuned for that. What's up guys, my name is Franky Boy and on this channel you will expect the latest updates on The Witcher open world RPGs. Stay tuned if you wanna, don't miss anything like that. And my Geralt is in Novigrad currently, and this guide is addressing most of you guys that are still in the leveling process. It's not a max level guide, not the best weapons in the game at all, but the best weapons for leveling. And this is quite an interesting change that has been made in the New Game Plus, in the next gen update. It's working for New Game Plus as well, and it's working in the new game. We have 3 swords that we want to talk about, and the first one is the weapon I'm currently wearing, and it's the blade from the bits. This blade doesn't look as good as it is. Well, it's not insane, and comparing it to the best weapon in the game in the steel sword category, which is the Toussaint Knight's steel sword, then it's quite crappy. But there's an insane perk on it, and you can see it. Damage scales with character level. This is the secret new ingredient of the blade from the bits, and it kind of ranges for every 10 levels. So you have level 1, then its damage is like 29 to 37, you are on level 10, then you have like 94 to 116 damage. When you are at level 20, 166 to 200, and it increases just over time. And as you can see, it doesn't level up to 100. I'm level 100 and it is stuck on 99 forever, but that doesn't matter that much because I guess most of the gear is level 99. Except for my Toussaint Knight Steel Sword, that's one level 100 weapon. This is so awesome because you have 3 rune slots, so you can like do an enchantment on it, like Severance is always recommended for every kind of stuff. If you don't know where to enchant, just look at that map. This map is amazing. It's at the upper mill at the rune right, and you have to have the Hearts of Stone DLC for that. To get the weapon, you don't have to have that one, and I would totally recommend like putting in some very nice runes. You could choose like some sign intensity or maybe even damage. Armor piercing is always great for a steel sword. I can recommend that on this. Or you could like just go for some random effects. I would recommend sign intensity or armor piercing because this one always triggers. It's not like you have a random effect, you have a chance of triggering something, but it's always usable. How do you get this blade? This awesome blade, you get it by the quest you get at Hattori. And if you decide to actually destroy the sword, it's gone forever. Hattori's quest is super important. You find him in Novigrad, you're gonna do it anyway. It's here northern from the port side gate or from the glory gate. I prefer to go in at the glory gate and just turn left. It's the easiest way, I think, for you to remember. And you have this quest line you want to do anyways because he's like the swordsmith of the base game, so a very important character. You need to meet him and he'll reward you with this weapon and you can use it. Now there's a reason why I'm here in Kertrolde on Skellige Islands, and by the way, if you noticed, I turned off my ray tracing because actually ray tracing took up too many resources on my PC. I'm curious, are you guys playing on PC or are you guys playing on console? My English channel is pretty new to the world of YouTube, so I'm curious what you guys are playing on, and maybe you want to tell me something about you and why you are playing The Witcher 3 in 2023. For me, it's my favorite game and I love it to death. It's absolutely perfect. So the second blade we are talking about is the one that is freezing cold. You guys know it maybe already. It's the Winter's Blade, and basically it is an upgraded blade from the bits. As you might remember, blade from the bits gave you 50% critical hit damage, which is quite nice, and 3 rune slots and the damage scaling with the character level. Winter's Blade does the same, exactly the same. This is the blade you get before the Battle of Kaer Morhen when you go to Skellige and you ask them for help here and you tell them, come with us, and they say, oh, man, I'm busy, but I got this awesome blade and it's freezing cold. It's the Winter's Blade. You might have heard of it. And Geralt has even heard of it. It's a legendary sword that not everyone has. But in the base game, it was absolutely garbage. It was not worth to use it at all. And now it's okayish because the damage scales with you. You have 40 armor piercing. And you have a little bit more damage bonus, critical hit damage bonus, and a chance to freeze, which is quite nice. So don't make this mistake. Don't put like in igniting runes on this. So chance to cause burning is like the dumbest thing you could do with this weapon, because you will actually freeze them and then you will burn them and revert it. So you could like do some additional armor piercing again on this weapon. I would totally recommend that. Or you might want to choose like some additional adrenaline points, I guess, chance to stun. This would be kind of a nice place to put this blade, or even chance to stagger, to use it as some kind of CC sword, I guess, to crowd control the enemies. And this weapon levels with you as well. You have to know this blade is for level 24, so you will get it relatively late, while the blade from the bits, you get it a little bit earlier in the story in Novigrad. And yeah, this is almost at the end of the main story, so you know you're kind of late to the party when you get the Winter's Blade, but you can keep it for New Game Plus, and this is a huge plus, because yeah, you should keep it and try to start a game with it, because actually the best weapon might be the weapon you don't need to switch up, except for when you have a better weapon. But this one to have in your bag is just like a safe bet, so you can come back at it at any point, so you don't need to look at all these blades all the time and which one is nice right now, which one do I need, where do I go to farm. You might just want to use it and use this leveling weapon. And the same goes for the third weapon I'm telling you about. And yeah, let's meet in, of course, Toussaint in the Blood and Wine DLC. I think I almost never saw Toussaint with rain and so foggy, it's looking awful. But yeah, weapon number 3 we want to talk about today is Aerondight, of course. This is the third weapon that levels with you. Actually, it does not level your the required level or so, but the damage levels with your character. So you have to charge this sword like with 10 charges, and then its damage is increased. And you can see mine is increased by 40, so I got it on level 57, I think. I'm not quite sure about that, but it's limited until the level 100 mark. So this one levels up when you hit enemies, and then with 10 charges you reveal some additional damage. To level up Aerondight, I have a nice tip for you. Decrease your output of damage. Just maybe don't pick any damage increasement in the talents. Just pick something that will give you more toughness, give you more life, give you more armor, etc. Put down your weapons and try to make them as weak as possible, and then you can level Aerondight very nicely at the enemies. And it will always maximum wise level to your character level. So you gotta know that about Aerondight. It's pure damage and it's the best silver sword in the game, and you can keep it forever. When you once found it in the normal game, you take it to New Game Plus and take the Winter's Blade to New Game Plus, and you have a nice setup for starting a fresh game. It's so awesome, and it only works in next gen, by the way. What you know about Aerondight is that this weapon is wonderful, and it also was seen in the first Witcher games. It's legendary like the Winter's Blade, and it's a perfect combination. I think the Aerondight just looks so awesome. How do you get the Aerondight? It's quite easy. You have to go to this place in the Blood and Wine DLC. It's here at the lake, in the middle of the lake, southern from the Cushot Cave and northern from the Beauclair Palace. And here you got a quest, and this quest is actually failable right before you start it, so you need to be very, very careful about it, because you have some like tasks that you could do beforehand, like being a nice guy in Blood and Wine DLC will help you. You have like the Trial of Valor, the Trial of Honor, the Trial of Wisdom, Compassion and Generosity. Like try to donate to the kids, try to spare your enemies, try to be wise when deciding. You have many chances to get Aerondight and you should make use out of that. Maybe I'll make a detailed Aeron guide in the future. Aerondight guide. Aeron guide. I get that one. It's so awesome. This blade is perfect and beautiful. I love it. I would have wished it had some nicer stats on it, except for the raw damage, but it's the best one in the game, I guess, from raw damage wise. And so you can deal the most damage and also level up with it in combination with the Winter's Blade. So these three weapons, they are not all the best game in the game, but they actually are leveling with your character, and this makes them very special. You should need them for the New Game Plus. It's so nice to have them, and it's my recommendation for you to have a good time in The Witcher. Okay, let's change up this weather. This is too much for me. Okay, still not looking nice. I think the game wants to tell me something. Maybe I should go to bed because it's 1 AM and I'm still awake recording videos. So that's my passion for The Witcher. Welcome to all of you guys to this channel. It has been an awesome week. 1 week and we already reached, let me have a look, 307 subscribers. Thank you very much for that. That's insane for 1 week. The first week of the channel ever, and yeah, as you guys see, I'm passionate for The Witcher and I see you guys are as well. Thank you for your support and welcome to this channel. I will continue the journey in The Witcher, of course. I will continue my journey in Hogwarts Legacy and Assassin's Creed. These are like my most passionate brands, and let's see how you guys will stick to the channel, get some nice updates, some nice builds, tips, etc. And I hope to see you guys in the future. Thank you very much for this first week. It has been a blast to me. See you guys in the next one, and goodbye. Have a good night, or so at least I'm going to bed. Bye.